Hey everybody, what's going on? Want to do a quick video on these so-called Saturday Night Specials slash Ring of Fire firearms. Um, Back in 1968, it was the Firearms Act of 1968. The government wanted to stop importing cheap. Well, yeah, they wanted to stop the importation of cheap firearms from other countries. Specifically, I believe it was Germany where they were coming from. Once they stopped that, it left kind of a niche for, well, cheap firearms. Um, Initially, what happened, and these Raven Arms was started by George Jennings. And from what I've read, he had a friend, and George Jennings was in Irvine, Costa Mesa, that area of California. He had a friend that owned a pawn shop slash gun shop, and his friend complained that he lost a lot of business, due to not being able to sell these cheap firearms. So George had a machine shop. He made parts and whatnot for the aeronautical industries. So he decided to start making firearms. Now, initially, they started off making 25 ACPs. Both of these are 380s, but I believe they made 25s, 25 calibers, 32s, and then on up to 380. Nothing higher than that. And initially, they were made of Zamac, which is zinc, aluminum, magnesium, and copper. This here is Zamac. Let me show that we're clear, by the way. No mag, clear chamber. Same here, no mag, clear chamber. So they're cleared. Oops. Initially made a Zamac, which some people complain that it's cheap, but it's, from what I've read, it's has plenty of tensile strength for. I mean, I'm sure you're not going to run 1,000 rounds through these things. I may have like 100 through them, but again, they're probably not made for thousands. Now first I'll go over what they started off as Raven Arms. Then they kind of branched out. And there were several. So you had Arcadia Machine and Tool, which this is an AMT. Then eventually Jimenez. What happened? I think each of these companies kind of went out of business and sold to someone else, and they just made them as long as they could until they went out of business. So started off as Raven, then Arcadia, Jimenez, Phoenix, Lorson, and then Sundance, which I've never heard of. And most were initially made in California, which this one says Covina, California. This is Costa Mesa. Then I think Jimenez moved their operations to Nevada, somewhere in Nevada. But anyway, yeah, they during the course of, oh goodness, I think that they finally, like the last company finally went out of business, like early 2000s, 2006, somewhere around there. And during the course of that time, they sold about 2 million of these Saturday Night Special slash. They call them Ring of Fire because honestly, I don't know, just because they think they're cheap. Not sure the Ring of Fire came from. But again, I've had no issues with them. Maybe have 100 rounds through each. Again, they're not made probably not made to fire thousands of rounds. Now with the Jennings that has the side eject, I have no problem using JHPs. I've had no issue with JHPs out of there. Now the AMT ejects from the top, and anytime I try to run JHPs through it. Every second or third one a stovepipe on me. It just kind of sticks straight up out of the top. So with this one, I always run the FMJs, and I suspect because of the roundness, it just goes up the into the chamber and has no problem ejecting. And I can't complain because I think I paid $75 for this one and like $100 for the Jennings. The Jennings came with 2 mags. The AMT only came with 1. You can find these; they're a dime a dozen anywhere. And I just noticed, actually, right before this video, that I have 2 different kinds. Well, 2 different. They're both single stacks. This mag has kind of looks like a pinky, although your pinky really goes below it. And this one looks like a flat, flush mag. So I don't know. I didn't even notice that till just now. Odd. But again, for $100, $75, they're just kind of, I have them in strategic places around the house. You never know. Now these Jennings, I think someone must have found a warehouse full of them recently, because about, I'd say 6 months ago, 3 to 6 months ago, everybody around here where I live at had them. And they went for anywhere from $100 to, I think I saw them at a gun show for $190, which, by the way, I don't go to gun shows anymore because they're just ridiculous. So yeah, I paid $100 for that. And check it out. That's a silver box edition, right? So why has he got a sword? Anyway. But yeah, I think that the whole story is pretty neat. And again, I don't know why they call them. Well, I suspect they call them Saturday night specials because they are cheap. And again, they're made for self-defense, right? They're not made to be your EDC and do thousands and thousands of rounds out of them. If you get 1,000, you're probably lucky. But again, self-defense for this even states that it's I don't know if you can see that on camera. It states that it's a backup. I believe police use this for a backup. The 9mm Kurtz, aka Short. But yeah, again, I thought it was kind of a neat story, how they came about. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, let me know. And I'll hope to do a video soon where I'll, take them both out to my range and, fire some rounds for you. So, but thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.